Hello YouTube, long time no see, right? Wanted to do a quick update on the build. What did I change so far? Because I did a lot of change since last video. And now we are a Temporalis enjoyer. Ecstasy, a friend of mine, lending me Temporalis just to see how does it feel. And I had to buy one. And being able to dash like this so fast is just it's really OP for clearing. It's so comfy to play with. So I had to buy one. I buy one 400 div. Now it's like way more expensive. But the issue I have was to be able to get 60 spirits and to be able to play Blink, because it costs 60 spirits. So the solution was getting spirit on amulets, but it's not enough to get 60 spirits. I only got 40. And the idea was to go for this jewel here against the darkness, because notable grants additional spirit up to 12. And I also got the small notable give mana, which is like kind of best in slot for us. The notable percent hit is also really good. And I decided to put it here. So I got spirit here, in here. And those small notable there give me percent mana. So I gained 6% mana plus 33 spirit. So that allows me to play mainly Archmage and my Blink. And also the cool thing about this is, since I have extra spirit for single target, I can remove Blink and put cast on shock and do a cast on shock with lightning conduit, which absolutely destroy and smash bosses. I'm in a bridge here. We will see in the bridge T4 how damage looks. So that's how I managed to set up Temporalis in my build. The downside of removing Everlasting Gaze, I'm not able to go for ES anymore. So I'm mainly relying on my mana pool now, which is a bit of a downside because the stun is like really annoying, but we do still have the cannot be stunned charm, which is definitely really useful. For the freeze, we still have the Drake Fragment. I'm gonna show you the gear. I still have this one that I double slammed the prefix. It's a fairly okay one, nothing crazy. A +4 cast speed, spell damage, mana, and a bit of int. Helmet with 340 ES, 130 mana in double res. Got this bad boy amulet there, which is a really good one. Sadly, it's all projectile, which only works for Spark. It doesn't work for Lightning Conduit, but since I'm mainly playing Spark and only using Lightning Conduit for bosses, it's still a fairly strong amulet. And I paid this amulet 100 divine. Yeah, that's expensive, but it's a really cool one. We got a lot of mana, percent mana, +3, mana regen in spirit. It's everything that I want on the amulet. And the dex isn't bad too if I want to add more support gem. Green support gem. On the shield, we have a 300 ES, 130 mana, +2 cast speed, lightning res. So as I said, the ring still the same, Drink Fragment, the belt still the same, Ingenuity, the boots are still the same, triple res, ES mana, 35 movement speed. I have two different ring. I got this ring for mapping, which is 54 remedy in mana regen. If I want to do some bosses, I got this one with iron mana and a bit of int and mana regen. So for bossing, I swap with this one. I mean, for bossing, like for really high endgame HP bosses, because otherwise I don't really need to swap. The gloves, I removed the Kitoku gloves because I was in the need of the resistances, since I dropped resistances for my old body. Even if this one gave a bit of a res. So we buy these gloves for, I think like 2 divine. This need to be really upgraded, definitely. And a big changes on the passive tree, since we don't need ES on the passive tree, that free up me a lot of node. And I decide to stack as much jewel as possible and go for adorn. Yesterday, as you can see on the top left screen, we done 30 trial. I only find one of those. It was 63. This needs to be upgraded as well. I can get a lot of damage going for a better one, but it's still a fairly good upgrade. Done 63. So yeah, passively have changed. Mostly going for dual sockets. I still have this. I'm not sure about the passive tree. There is thing that I want to change. Because there is some good node that I really want to have, like the projectile speed here. It's not that far from me, and I really want to grab those. I didn't talk about the anoint on the amulet. We're still using lightning rod. Maybe in the future we will travel up the bottom, grab lightning rod, and free up the anoint. We'll have to wait and see. But also than this, the point we are getting still pure power, extremely powerful. We're still going for the pen node. I have a bit of pen over here and a bit of pen over here. Lighting pen there, lighting pen here. With all of those, end up with how many pen I have? I do have 63. And pen is like really comfy for mapping. This is when you do resistances map, it's just extremely good. Will never drop at all. Lighting pen. I actually want to get more, like just to make sure I'm dealing true damage on any target. And we are double shock, of course, because this is like absolutely busted double shock. Right now, my shock is 89%, I think. And I scale my shock mostly from the jewel. I do have here a bit of increased effect of shock over here, and this node as well. And otherwise, my jewel are mainly... I still have one rare jewel, because this one is like really good. It's double effect of shock, with duration of element and pierce. I have also piece there, pierce, with magnitude and lightning res. This jewel here is mana regen magnitude. And I think all of the other jewel are skill effect duration and magnitude of shock. That's why I dropped the skill effect duration here and over here, because my spark right now, it's still pretty good duration. It's 5.8. With a better dawn roll, I might drop the more skill effect duration. We'll see. We'll see to add another jewel socket. And also damage support probably. So jewel, we got a effect magnitude here. That one is like kind of bad. It's a really low roll on the magnitude element. You can have, if it's a magnitude of shock, you can roll up to 20%. So that become a big difference. This is 9% plus the dawn roll on top of that. So it's a really big difference. Skill effect duration magnitude. Skill effect duration magnitude, it's a bad one too, but you know, we try our best. I don't know what happened with the dawn jewel market, but it's getting completely empty, and those jewels are extremely expensive right now. You got a skill effect magnitude of shock here with really good roll, but no implicit. I didn't mention, but the implicit as well on the jewel are getting scaled by the adorn, as you can see there. It's 14. If I can put my cursor, it's 14 res. So that's really cool. Skill effect, magnitude. And this one, I definitely and highly recommend you to grab a mana on kill, since we don't have any yes and we only rely on mana pool. So mana on kill, really good. Percent mana on kill. It's definitely really comfy in breach and maps. So that's it for the passive tree. Might drop those point there and maybe this point over here and go for another jewel socket. Still unsure about the passive tree. Like the proc speed here is really cool. Might take it. There is some extra jewel socket we can go for. Maybe somehow I can travel here, grab the spirit, do something with my spirit. Or we'll see. My weapon set is just some AoE, some effect of curses. So we got like really good sigil. Regardless the gem support, we have sigil with AoE, reduce cooldown. Cooldown is like whatever. Blink, cast on shock setup with lighting conduit, energy retention, impetus, and energy focus. I need to get some better level, I need to get better level over here. We have Spark with Consider Casting. Inspiration. Arcane Tempo, Persistence, and Acceleration. You can swap for Control Destruction if you want on your Spark, but the fact is, in maps, I have really high caster speed and my mana go down, so Consider Casting, I have less, and it allows me to sustain a bit more my mana regen. It's still getting fairly decent amount of damage. Ball Lighting is here to apply my exposure. Lighting exposure, strip away for the increased effect, unleash and control destruction. Archmage with Lighting Mastery. I had 10 extra spirits, so I decided to go for clarity. Flame Wall, I don't use it anymore. But it was linked to Fortress, Spell Cascade, and Fire Mastery. Connectivity with Focus Curse, and I need Curse for the increased effect. For my upgrade, I definitely look for better gloves. I want better adorn. And I also want to go for a shield. The shield that give like 1 billion of remedy for mapping. I definitely want to go for that. And of course the mana flask. Extremely useful if you only have mana. That is really useful if you only have mana. I highly recommend you to grab one. Sometimes it can save your life. And also lighting can real destroy your mana pool, so it's really comfy to get a mana flask. It's one button, you get all of your mana. It's pretty OP. And I think that's it for the gear and the change so far. I might showcase you the bosses. So for bosses, yeah, I just drop Blink and put Cast on Shock, and here we go. As you see, it's like pretty good damage, right? With the this fucking thing, Lighting Conduit here. It's pretty crazy damage you can get from that. And you scale your damage, Lighting Conduit, by having Iron Shock. Probably gonna be able to get 100% shocked with a better adorn roll here. And we got a jewel. It's the first time I dropped this jewel. And it's a very large ring. I have no idea how much that thing is. Not roll that bad, but that's cool. So that's it for the video. Thank you very much, everyone watching. If you guys got any question, maybe you guys have better idea, better tree pathing, because I'm still really unsure about the tree here. I would love to know what you think about this setup. And yeah, if I have like any news or good idea or different setup, I will let you know in other video. So thank you everyone being there as always, and I will see you in the next one.